Hi YouTube, it's Lena, and I'm here today with my hashtag teamprojectpan. I forgot the name of it for a second. I have 3 full empties and a bunch of perfume samples because if you watched last time, you would know that instead of putting in another full-on perfume, I decided to instead work on my perfume samples for the rest of the year because there's only 2 months left. I wasn't going to finish the one perfume I had left anyway. But let me show you those real quick. First, we have the Ofra Makeup Fixer Setting Mist. I am so happy this is done. I do not really care for this. I mean, the product itself was fine, but nothing revolutionary. I really didn't like the sprayer on this. It like sprayed me and it was a really harsh spray. Now let's go up to where this is at on here. Let's see. Last time it weighed 23.7 grams. This time it weighs just a bottle, 16.1. I was right here last time and I finished off that last little bit, which yay. Also, yay. Finally, I know, right? I finished the Sally Hansen Cream Blush. I'm not replacing this with anything. The other 2 products that I finished I am replacing, but not this. It's all pan now, baby. I'm so happy. I've been working on this damn thing all year. And a good chunk of last year, too. It was like 3 or 4 months that I worked on this last year. This took me basically a year to finish up. Now, part of that, I was working on a little sample. That took me forever, but it is done. Last time it weighed 35.4 grams. This time it weighs 35 even. That's just the packaging. So that is finally done. And a little bit to my surprise, this went quicker than I was the last bit of this went quicker than I was expecting. It's the Mellow Cosmetics Brow Definer. I mean, there is a tiny little chunk, but I can't, it like scratches my eye at this point. Not my eye, my eyebrow, so I'm not using it. I will insert all the paper progress here. This one actually took me a couple of months because it was still like creamy and good and usable, and I liked this despite not liking these little triangular shaped brow pencils. Like, I don't like these. I prefer a micro pencil. That's what I'm using now, and I am so much happier with my brows day to day. But yeah, if you were going to do like a triangular brow pencil, I would actually recommend this one from Mellow Cosmetics. It's just the brow definer. So one problem I've had with a lot of these, I didn't have it with this one, but a lot of them, is that these triangular ones are usually a drier formula, and I don't like that. I like my brow pencils creamier. That's a personal preference, but I also, with a micro pencil, find that I have a lot more control and precision. That is why I have that preference. So, along with those, I did finish 5 perfume samples. I finished 4 of these last month and 1 of them so far this month. I finished the Dior's Miss Dior, the Body Fantasies Eau de Toilette sprays, and what are these called technically? I don't know. It doesn't properly say anywhere on here, I don't think. Oh, Cozy Cotton and Tropical Wish. So this one came with like 2. It was in a Walmart beauty box a million years ago. This wasn't even my original set because somebody like gave that to me. I finished the Kate Spade in Full Bloom, which I didn't show last time because I found like 3 other ones, which infuriated me when I found them. But I did finish one of the ones that I found. And this month I finished the Narciso Rodriguez for Her Eau de Toilette. I usually keep the boxes for empties when I have them, so that I can refer to, say, scent notes and whatnot. So, it's 5 of those out of my life. Oh, I do have one more empty. I have it set slightly to the side. I wasn't surprised that I finished this either. It is the Nature's Cartel Gloss. There is a little bit stuck at the bottom that I cannot get out, even though I have popped the stopper out. Like, here is the stopper. I kept it so that I could weigh it properly. But let's see. I only put this in like last time. That's why, and the reason why I put it in was because I knew, hey, just by using this a couple of times, I got it all the way down to here. If I work on it for a month, I can probably finish it, and I was right. So when I put it in, it was 11.9 grams. This time it is 10.4. This only has about 2.2 grams of product in here. And there is a little bit of that. There's probably like another use down in there. I'm actually going to pop the stopper back in so that I don't have that floating around in my stuff. I actually waited a while before I popped out the stopper, because if I didn't, I could have called this done a lot earlier, but I did not. So now onto everything else, and what I am adding in I will show at the appropriate time. So for my foundation, I have the L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover. I used up a mini foundation last month, so I didn't get as much progress. So last time I was here, and now I'm down to here. I really hope to finish this next month. And I know it looks like a lot of product to use, but this is where it all tapers in. And if I'm wearing it every day that I wear makeup, I should be all right. I'm hoping so, at least. So we shall see. But last time it weighed 30.8 grams, and now it weighs 25.3. So I've used up 9 grams so far, and that one had a decent amount of usage on it already, so I'm hoping that I can finish up the last like 10 next month. I know that's a lot, but I'm really hoping that since that is now my primary foundation, I will use it up, because I keep actually having to go back in and grab more every time that I use it. So I'm hoping that because I have to do that, because I'm not gauging how much I need properly, it'll go a little bit faster than I think it will. For my primer, to my heavy surprise, this is going to be done next month. This is going to be done in like the next couple of uses. I don't know what happened, if I had a big air bubble or what. This is the Cover FX Blurring Primer. I've been trying to finish this for like 8 months now. So last time we were here, now I'm all the way down, I think, to here. But the thing is, when I use it, I have to like bend it and do like this to it to actually get product out. So I'm actually probably lower than that. I just can't quite figure it out. I will cut this open when I can't get anything else out, but I want to wait until I literally can't get anything else out, because the last time I did that with the blurring primer, it went bad on me really, really quickly. Like the texture completely changed. So I want to wait until I have like what would probably equate to another use or two. But for weight, last time it was 24.7 grams, now it's 20.4, which is a much bigger jump than the last 2 times. So I'm not surprised that there's this big leg jump. I'm just not sure where it came from. I did wear makeup a little bit more in October, but not a ton more, so I don't know. Next is my concealer. I'm using a color corrector, and if you look at it really closely, you can kind of see they're starting to have windows appear, which makes me excited. I'm not going to finish this. Not by a long shot. No, I'm going to finish this sometime next year. But I'm happy that it's showing progress on it finally, because it has looked opaque the entire time I've had it in here. And because I've finally gotten this back into my routine properly, it's actually showing like real, to me, weight changes. It was 11.9 grams last time, now it's 11.5, so a whole 0.4 change of grams. I know, so much. But I've actually used up almost 3 grams of it so far this year, and it is like I want to say 4.9 grams. I've read this on here a million times. Yep, 4.9 grams. I actually thought that was the weight of the e.l.f. concealer I'm also currently working on, which it's not. That e.l.f. concealer, it's like over 5 grams. Holy crap. I'm never going to finish that, but it's a really good concealer. I don't actually care. Blah, 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 blah. But yeah, that is actually starting to not really run out yet, but we're getting there, and that makes me happy. Next is what I'm adding in for my setting spray, and I have this Jeffree Star Morphe setting mist, and I've already been using it, and it already feels like half gone. I've only been using it for the past like couple of weeks. Now, to be fair, I use a lot of setting spray, so that's why I was so confused by that 0 for 1 taking me so long. But hopefully I can get this done by the end of the year. If not, it's okay, but hopefully I can get this done. The starting weight on it is 96 grams even. It comes with 79.4 grams of actual product, but there is a lot of weight to this bottle. So I'm expecting that to go by the final update. We shall see. I really don't know, but we shall see. Next is my MAC bronzer. You're going to see why I'm holding it funny in a minute. This is what it looked like last time. And here we are today. Now, when I take a photo of this, I'm going to take a photo like on my desk because I finally have to repress it. I don't know how well you can see that because I have to be very careful with it. But it is now in like 3 pieces. Like, it is the part that's actually stuck to the pan, and this bottom part right here has broken into 2 pieces. Now, I've been lazy about repressing it because, well, did I mention lazy? I really need to just scrape everything that is still in there out and repress it into another pan so that I can... It is a pain in the ass to use right now because I have to actually like dig my brush in there because it's only around the sides. Like, there is nothing to be had in the middle that will actually come up. And this part down here, or what is actually the top, does not actually want to come up on my brush anymore. I'm really only getting product from the bottom, but I'm going to scrape out everything that I can and press it into another pan. If y'all want to see a video on that, let me know, and I'll wait like a day after I upload this, and if anybody wants to see a video on it, there's plenty of repressing videos out there, but I mean, if you want to see me do one, I will happily do one. Next is my Wet n Wild Color Icon Ombre Blush. Here's what it looked like last time. And here we are today. We are still making good progress, or I am, I guess. I'm actually probably going to repress this as well. And I don't know quite what color it's going to turn into because I've used up most of the actual purple in here. So I might scrape a little bit from another blush, like much more pigmented than this blush, so I won't need much. Because I also really just want to finish this by the end of the year. It looks like it's still a lot, but I have to use a lot to get this to show up on me, especially when I'm using more of the pink. Because the pink itself is really just very light. Like, I have to really get in there to get some color payoff. So that also needs repressing. Last time it weighed, oh, I didn't mention the MAC bronzer's weight either. So for the MAC bronzer, last time it weighed 40.7 grams. Now it weighs 39.8. So I used up almost another gram. And for the blush, last time it weighed 37.5 grams, and now it weighs 37.1 grams. Now, for my highlighter, it's going to look really different than last time, and I'm going to tell you why. This is what it looked like last time. And here is what we have today. Like I said, really different. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighter in Precious Petals, by the way. But I actually took a big chunk of this and put it into a lotion. Normally I do that with liquid highlighters, but I really want this gone by the end of the year. I don't feel that is cheating because I am still using it. I'm just more using it on my, arms and legs than, say, on my face, because I will be working on this for the rest of my life if I just use this on my face. Like, this does not... I have to mix this with something else because it is too dark for me to use as a highlight on my face. So, because I want to get Wet n Wild stuff out of my collection, I have to use it another way. So hopefully by doing that, I will have this done by the end of December. And that will be something out of my life. And I'm sure some people are thinking, why didn't you declutter it? Because I hit pan on it years ago. Using it partially as an eyeshadow, but I'm trying to use other eyeshadows, so I don't want to do that. So I already had pan on it, so nobody really wants something that has pan on it. So now I'm just trying to think of ways to use it up and get it, gone. Last time it weighed 42.1 grams, now it weighs 40.7. And I'm losing my voice, of course. Next is my eye primer. I'm using the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. This is what it looked like last time. And there's a dip in there, but it really doesn't look much different. So I thought I could hit pan on this by the end. I poked a hole in this. This goes way deeper than I was thinking. Like, this is a lot more product than a Maybelline Color Tattoo, which is kind of what I was comparing it to in my head, I guess. I don't know, but I'm not gonna hit pan on this by the end of the year. And that makes me kind of sad, but what can you do? So I'm gonna keep using it until I use it up. I might use up like another mini in between like I did this year so that I can have a eye primer empty, but for next year, I'm saying. Because I don't even know if I can finish that by the end of next year. I have no idea. Some people use those up in like a year, and I don't know how. They probably would wear makeup a lot more than I do. That's more than likely how, but you know. Like, I haven't even used up a whole gram of it in the year that I've been using it. And it is 5 grams of product. And last time it was 54.2 grams. Now it is 54.1 gram. So the weight did change. That's good. Next is my gel eyeliner from e.l.f. This is what it looked like last time. And here is what we have today. I have hit both sides of the pan, and that was my goal by the end of this year because I knew I couldn't finish it. So, I mean, I'm still gonna keep using it. I want to keep using it until I use it up, but that's gonna take at least another year. But it's a great cheap eyeliner if they still sell it. Like, it stayed creamy this whole time, and I've had this for a couple of years now, so maybe you don't necessarily need to buy expensive eyeliners for gel eyeliners. I don't know. Weight-wise, it went from 22.3 to 22.2. See, now I get to skip down a little bit because, you know, I'm not entering in like another cream blush. So next would be my brow pencil, and this is probably going to be done by next update because I'm going through it really fast. It is the Real Her Definer Brow Pencil, but I got this in a BoxyCharm, so figured I'd just go ahead and use it up. But I've been only using it, it says in here, since October 26th, and I was using it from nigh on new. I only have this little bit left. So I did make a mark on my paper for it, but I fully suspect that this will just be done by next update, which I ain't mad at. Thing is, when I buy an Anastasia pencil, because I bought 2 during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale last spring, those last me 3 or 4 months, but in a lot of other brow pencils, I burned through them, so. Next is my Anastasia brow powder, actually. So this is what it looked like last time. And here we are today. My goal was to connect the 2 thingies, and I managed to do that, which makes me happy. This is another one. I'm obviously not going to use it up by the end of this year. At the end of this year, I'm actually going to crush it up and mix it together because that's how I use it. I mix the 2 colors together. So hopefully I can finish this up next year. That would be great. It went from 18.1 to 18.0. I have only used up 0.6 grams of product. And this has 1.6 grams. So I have a whole other gram of product to use. And of course, once you repress something, the consistency changes a little bit. And this is a very, you know, stiff product. Like, you don't get powder flying everywhere. I forgot to mark you. But I'll talk about you in a minute. Actually, no, in a second. I got another thing, a couple of things before that. Now, next is my lip products, and there's a couple in here that I don't know if I'm going to finish by the end of the year. First is my lip liner, which I do think I will finish. Here is the Paper Progress. But it's the Wet n Wild lip liner. There's very little left because I have been working more on this red lipstick. This has been going a little bit further. This is also loose, so I suspect probably sometime this month, honestly, that it's going to pop out when I'm using it and go flying, as it happens with any product that comes loose from the base like that. And once it touches the ground, I don't care. I'm not trying to use that anymore. Now, this is the thing that's been a pain in my ass all year. And I don't know why I can't get any like paper progress on it, because I put it up to its paper again and it has no progress, and that just doesn't make any damn sense anymore. I should have weighed this. And if I'm still working on this by next year, I will weigh this. I have been using this. It's the Dior lipstick, and here's what it looks like. And one problem I keep having is that it keeps slanting when I use it. So that's probably hindering me making a proper paper mark. And I've actually been trying this as a cream blush occasionally, just to get a little more progress on it. And now I'm not working on the Sally Hansen, so I can do that. And I don't love it, but I really want to get this done because it was a gift. I don't want it to go bad. It's very expensive. So I want to get usage out of it. All the usage I can get out of it before it gets to the plastic. I'm not digging into this. Now, I have this in here. It is the Glow Sticks Semi-Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Honey Bun. And if you look up close, like, there's windows. I don't know if I can finish this year. Like, for a while, I was really bad about using this, but I don't know. Like, that big old window right there that has stayed there while it has sat up. So I'm actually thinking there's probably only like this much product really left. I don't know how much product is in here. 4 grams. So it has 4 grams of product. And I've only used up not even a whole gram. I've only used up half a gram of product, but why has that window stayed? Like, is it so moussey that it's all stuck up top? I don't know. But I have also been trying this as a cream blush. It's very pigmented. I can only make it work with a sponge. Like, trying it with a brush was a disaster. Like, these super pigmented products, if I use them with a sponge, I can shear them out and they look fine. Trying to use them with a brush does not end well. Now, this went from 25.8 to 25.7 grams, so I actually did have some weight change, because there was like 4 months where it stayed at 25.9, so I'm getting some usage on it. It's just taking forever. I should have picked a mini for that. Anyway, next is what I'm throwing in for my lip gloss. This is a mini. It is the Grande Lips Hydrating Lip Plumper. This is actually the clear shade, but because I have been using this on top of lipsticks, it has changed the color of it. I don't know quite where it is because it keeps knocking over. I suspect that it is about right here. I hope I can use this up by the end of the year, but I obviously will see. Who knows? But the starting weight on it is 8.5 grams. Like, I think that one also has like 2.2 on it, because I was looking up weights on lip glosses I had, and I was like, what can I finish by the end of the year? Possibly, and we'll see. I would really like to, but we shall see. If I can find somewhere to put it. My desk is full of stuff. Stop that! I hate you. There. What am I doing? Oh yes, next, I think next. Is that really next? Yep. Next is my lip balm. It's the Sephora lip balm. Here's what it looked like last time. And here we are today. Another thing I probably won't finish by the end of the year, but I'm seeing progress on it, so I think I will keep working on it. It went from 18.4 grams to 18.2 grams this time, so I had a 0.2 change in grams. I mean, this has 5.8 grams of product in it, but I've already used up like half of it at least, so I'll get it used up one day. My nail polish, finally seeing like progress lines on it, which is nice. Obviously, I need to repaint my nails. I have barely any polish left on them because I've been lazy about it. But last time it weighed 27.0 grams. Now it weighs 26.6. Here are my progress marks. Hope you can see that. Still got a ways to go on it, but you know, if this is the only thing I use, but for the next 2 months I might be able to finish it. That's not gonna happen, but yeah. So for my perfume samples, I figured I'd show you what I'm working on at least. I have the Giorgio Armani C perfume, so that's almost done. And I've been using this on and off as a room spray because I don't like it on me, but the scent is fine. It is the Nest Body Mist in Bamboo and Jasmine. So that is what that one is looking like currently. From actual bag, because I used up 5, but I found 3. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 12 currently, including the ones that I'm working on. I don't remember how many I said I had last time, but if I can find the thing, I will insert that. Whew. So, next would be my body product. I am still working on this Kiwi Botanicals body conditioner. Here's what it looks like on the inside. I've actually gotten it, you know, like down a little bit, which is nice. Last time it weighed 222.3 grams. Now it weighs 195.6, so I got it under 200 grams, which is cool. Next is my skincare product. This is the Kylie, with a hair on it no less. Come here. This is the Kylie Skin by Kylie Jenner Foaming Face Wash. I was working on something else, so this doesn't have a ton of progress. It only went from like here to here, but I'm thinking next month it will have more. Weight, it went from 211.9 to 199.1. And finally, I have the Verb Sea Salt Spray that I have been working on since May. But it went from here to here. I don't think I'll finish this by the end of the year. But I probably wouldn't put this in next year's project because it would almost be done. And the weight went from 98.7 to 74.1. So that is it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it. And hopefully I will see you later. Bye.